Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today it is Tuesday the 22nd of December. It's around 20 to 1 early afternoon and I am on the beach again, but this time I am on the North Beach. If you just look down there, put the camera behind me, you can see North Pier. So I'm just past North Pier, and because yesterday's beach walk was close to South Pier, I thought I'd do one past North Pier, because there are a few people that have asked me to film farther north, and I have done a few videos of North Shore lately because I've done a lot of my vlogs whilst I've been walking to work, but they've always kind of been in the same spot, and I've always had to turn off either down Noel Avenue or Worley Road because I've needed to head towards work. So today I'm going to walk on the beach for a while, and then I'm going to walk past where I would turn off for work and get a bit of film farther north. No water up here, a little mound of sand here that I'm walking on, and there's quite a big dip there. I've walked down here many times, and as I walk north I always notice how uneven the sand is. There are some quite big dips and quite big banks. Looking around here, this is the point where the newer prom finishes and it meets the old prom. So that is the exact spot. I will zoom in on there so you can see. There we go. Old prom meets new prom, or new prom meets old prom, whichever way you want to put it. And as I'm heading towards the end of Blackpool and towards Bispham, you can take a look at just how high this is. To look at, I mean, this wall here, this one, is just really the lower prom. That wall there, what I've zoomed in on, that's the lower prom, where I've walked there many times, where the fishermen stand to fish. And if I come up close to the sea defences that are built here, you can see how it's built to kind of repel the waves from coming over. You've got that slope going up there, and then the top bit, just before it gets to the wall, curls in a little bit on itself. I guess that's to turn the waves back on themselves and stop them crashing over. But above that, you still have the higher promenade. I'm going to see if I can get everything in. I can walk far enough out here. I don't want to walk anywhere where it's wet. So here we go. We've got the lower promenade there. That's the wall we've just looked at. And then you've got this area that's quite high. It's higher than it looks in the video because I'm zoomed in. Then you've got the railing there. But if we look up there, you've got the higher railing. So that's the level where the tram tracks are. That's the level below, and all the way down here is the lower walk promenade, and if I zoom out again, you can see all of it. And again, like I said yesterday, or was it the day before when I last filmed, further north, the further north you come, the quieter it gets. Just look at that. I'm going to take my camera all the way around. You can hear the sea. And whilst there are people about, there's really not that many. Of course, the fact that it is 22nd of December, that will have something to do with, well, how quiet it is. But even in the summer, it never gets really busy here. I mean, obviously there will be more people about in the summer, and if we're not under lockdown of any sort, there'll be more people, but it will never get crowded like it does in that little area between Central Pier and the tower. That is like the busiest part of the beach. When I was a kid, and I used to come to the beach with my mum, because although we lived here, we did come to the beach a lot as kids. My mum would make a pack of butties up, and we'd always sit near the lifeboat house if we could. But even if you got here early, or I should say even if you got there early, sometimes you had to search for a space big enough just to fit your towels in, because every family would have enough space for either a couple of deck chairs or 2 or 3 towels, and you had to find a spot in the sand that you could just have enough room to spread your towels out. And if you could find a spot that had enough room to do that, it was kind of fair game. But if you tried to sit in a spot where it wasn't big enough to fit your towels in, people that were sat close by, they'd just be giving you like side eye and tutting like yeah. And some days you had to search for a while to find a space. Another memory from the beach is when I was a little kid, sometimes you'd go up and ask the ice cream van owners if you could pick up rubbish, because they had a bin outside their little vans, and if you walked around picking up all the rubbish like empty cups and stuff, because some of them used to sell hot tea and they would sell it in plastic or paper cups, and people would just leave them chucked on the sand, and they'd leave paper bags if they'd bought pieces of toast. I don't know what they bought, but they just leave the rubbish generally all over the place. And if you would tidy up and put all the rubbish in the bin within about 10 or 15 feet of the van, they'd give you a free ice cream, which was kind of cool, because kids get free ice creams for just doing a bit of litter picking, and the beach gets less litter, and it's a kind of a win for everyone, that one. The sea sounds great today. I can just hear that shh sound in the distance. I see bits of seaweed on the floor there, but the tide brought in last time it was in. See the sun there, fairly high in the sky. And zoom in a little bit. Very pretty. We don't really get good sunsets lately, because the last few days it's just been too cloudy, or just too altogether grey and flat and dull, so we haven't really seen any real sunset, but you do get some good sunny scenes in the mid-afternoon. I think sunset's around 4:15 in the evening right now, give or take a few minutes either way. This big still pool here. If I was an amazing photographer, I'd stand here and take a few cool reflection shots, edit them so they looked awesome, and I'd put them on my Facebook page. But seeing as I am not an awesome photographer, I am just going to show you a little video pan how nice that still pool looks with the clouds reflected in it. And on that note, I'm going to leave you here looking at North Pier, the tower and the sun in the distance. I'm going to close this video off, so I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a like and a comment, and please subscribe, and I shall see you all very soon in the next video. Goodbye.